Good morning, I'm Kathy Peterson and welcome to The Balancing Act. If you're a woman reluctant to go through hormone therapy because you don't know what the new guidelines, new perspectives, and new options are, we have a renowned physician here today to educate us. And when I say the words construction and trucks, do you think of a man? We're going to show you why you should change that way of thinking. All this and more today on The Balancing Act. I'm Kathy Peterson. Did you know that women who are going through menopause are impacted daily by unbearable symptoms? Some women are reluctant to go through hormone therapy because they don't know what the new guidelines, new perspectives, and new options are. Here to educate us on the current state of hormone therapy is Dr. Holly Thacker, director of the Women's Health Center at Cleveland Clinic Foundation. She's married and has 3 sons and has authored the empowering, entertaining, and educational book, Women's Health, Your Body, Your Hormones, Your Choices, a Cleveland Clinic guide. Welcome, Dr. Thacker.
Hi, Kathy.
Let's go back a few years. Back in 2002, there were some contradictory reports about hormone therapy. What was that all about?
Well, I really think that the baby boomer generation of women should be hopping mad because they've really had their menopausal experience and options somewhat negatively altered by this preventive study. It was a very scientific study, but it was unscientifically interpreted.
Really?
It was a preventive study. It was not a menopausal study.
Ah.
And it was a study of much older women, and they couldn't even really have menopausal symptoms to get in. And so there were risks, although they're basically in the rare category, even for those older women without symptoms who don't even need treatment.
Right.
And that's been misapplied to younger women.
Yeah, and everybody has different symptoms and different issues with menopause. Some have extreme conditions, some of them have very, very minimal, right?
Yes, it can be very individual experience. But for younger women under age 60, for women with hysterectomies, the benefits of estrogen far, far, far outweigh the risk.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, it's so ironic. Back in 2002, so many women who had had a hysterectomy and were doing well on estrogen abruptly stopped because they were worried about
one of them.
breast cancer. And a couple years later, we got the estrogen-only report, which showed no increase in breast cancer, in fact, an actual decrease.
You are kidding me.
In the women who took estrogen.
Wow.
And that's why I wrote my book, because I was so alarmed by otherwise smart and savvy women seeing otherwise good doctors being told stupid things about hormone therapy and the risk being exaggerated.
Yeah.
But one thing we did learn on a positive note is one size does not fit all. We do want to use lower doses if we can, and definitely individualized therapy.
That's very important.
Absolutely.
Because we all are different. We all have our own issues.
And one size does not fit all. And for hot flashes, which are kind of the hallmark of menopausal symptoms, we have a number of FDA-approved treatments. And I like to emphasize FDA-approved.
Okay.
Because what happened is when this news hit, women stopped their prescription therapies, but were still having horrible symptoms. So they had to turn somewhere. So where did they turn? They turned many times to unregulated groups that were offering compounded, mixed up therapies, and they were being told, oh, no risk. Well, there's always a potential risk. The risks are very, very small. Just like there's risk in not treating your symptoms.
Exactly.
Or not knowing about your bone health,
because
your vaginal status.
If you don't take the therapy, the hormone therapy, you can risk your bone density, your blood pressure, and all sorts of other different symptoms.
A lot of different things can happen at menopause. So at midlife, it's a great time to kind of take stock of all of your symptoms, your family history, your personal history.
Right.
Now, one of the risks with hormone therapy that is definite is the risk of blood clot. Now, it's in the relatively rare category.
Okay, so it is rare.
And certainly women who've either taken hormones, be them birth control pills or menopausal hormone therapy, and have not had that problem, are really at low risk.
Right.
But one way that we've been trying to get around that risk is there's been some recent research suggesting that the transdermals may have a lower risk of blood clot because they avoid going through the mouth and stomach and liver.
Okay.
And we do have some new therapies that can be individualized to different doses and applied to the skin.
Okay, so there are a lot of different options. Can you talk through us a little bit about that?
Well, we first had orals, then we moved into the patch, but a lot of times the patch doesn't stay on, or maybe it irritates the skin.
And especially in a humid area of the country.
Like Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of times it won't stay on. And so there's been gels. And the newest gel is Divigel. And it comes in little foil packages. And there's 3 different doses. So as a physician, that's what I like, because I might want to use a very low dose on a woman who's maybe older, over age 60, or as a younger woman, maybe especially a woman who's had a hysterectomy or a woman who's having horrible hot flashes, I might want to start with a higher dose.
Right.
So it's nice to have different options. And it just comes in little foil packages that has the exact dose that you just apply on the skin, on the thigh.
Just rub it in?
Just a tiny bit, and it rubs in and dries within a minute.
Oh,
so
that's
it's kind of
wonderful.
part of your beauty routine.
Very good. Very nice
We
to
have
know.
vaginal products. We have combination therapies. So certainly one size does not fit all. If you're a woman who's had a hysterectomy, we generally just use estrogen.
Okay.
And estrogen does not, repeat, does not increase the risk of breast cancer.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the risks and the benefits of hormone therapy.
Well, currently, estrogen is the only FDA-approved therapy to treat hot flashes.
Okay.
We've got some alternatives on the horizon, and certainly there's a small group of women who may not be able to take estrogen, and we have some options for those women. But all the other therapies, you know, a lot of women going into their doctor's office with horrible hot flashes, can't sleep, are written a prescription for antidepressants.
Oh, my goodness.
And I mean, antidepressants are fine medicines, and they do help depression, but
But that's not the cure, is
If you're
it?
not depressed and you're having hot flashes and you can't sleep and you're having brain fog,
Oh, wow.
I think it's an insult to be given a medicine that's not really treating the underlying symptoms.
Right.
And women should really educate themselves about what their options are, and they should really go in and see a practitioner that focuses on menopause and really has the latest updated information.
Right. And your book probably has a lot of that information in it.
And of course I've got to update it because we
Probably
continually
every
have
year, I would say.
new information. And so certainly there's some websites that women can go to.
Okay, can you tell
that
us where we can
helpful.
go and find out more information about menopausal problems and hormonal therapy?
The North American Menopause Society, which is menopause.org, is an organization that's devoted totally to menopause, which is a natural life event.
Okay.
And it has lots of good health information, lots of different options, as well as a list of providers that are certified menopause practitioners.
Great.
At the Cleveland Clinic, our women's health website, clevelandclinic.org/women's health, is another great site for information. And information about this newest low-dose transdermal estrogen, Divigel.
Okay.
Their website is divigel.com.
Thank you, Dr. Thacker. It was great information and great talking to you.
Don't let your youngsters be a part of the No Breakfast Club. A third of all teens ages 15 to 18, which is about 5 million in all, admit to skipping breakfast regularly. And the ones that don't do better in school, get more nutrients, and are less likely to be overweight.
Welcome back. Many new home-based career opportunities are available for women in diverse fields, and travel is one of them. In 2006, an estimated $699 billion was spent on travel in the United States alone. Joining me is Daniel Knox. $699 billion.
That is a lot of money on
honey.
traveling. That's right. But here's the thing. I think a lot of it has to do with stress. And as long as stress exists, vacations will always be in demand, even if gas prices are on a roller coaster. Because the bottom line is we all simply need to get away from time to time.
And you are so right. Well, here to talk about the growing opportunities for women in the travel business are Roxanne Hughes, Vice President of Business Development for Travel Planners International, and Teresa Scalzini, representing Royal Caribbean International. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, ladies. Thanks for being with us.
Roxanne, tell us about Travel Planners International, TPI, right?
Yes. TPI is a travel agency that sells all types of vacations, including cruises and tours, through our home-based travel agents.
Okay.
We offer a travel agent starter program, which is wonderful towards stay-home moms or anyone who wants to become a travel agent.
We like stay-home
travel
moms.
on their own time.
Yeah, and that's what's interesting, Roxanne, because that was you. You were a stay-at-home mom. So is there any experience necessary in order to be a part of TPI?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
No experience is necessary. We'll provide you with all the initial training as soon as you go through the comprehensive entry-level training program. After that, TPI is your total support system, and we pretty much hold your hand
So you're
step by
going to be
step
there.
after that.
You're going to be there for us
We
when we
are.
need you, right?
We won't leave your
You know,
side.
the cruise industry is kind of holding your hand as well, Teresa, because you all greatly support TPI as well, right?
Yes, once an agent has signed up with TPI, they have a lot of support also through the cruise line Royal Caribbean International. For example, we offer a series of virtual trainings that they can do directly from their home. A lot of times they can also just go on demand if the timing isn't right for them at that particular day. And we also have some online training courses as well for them to familiarize themselves with our products and our destinations.
Oh, so it's very convenient
Yes.
on top of that. If I want to become an agent, how much is it going to cost me?
We've tried to make it affordable at less than $500.
That's
not
great.
bad.
That's great.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, what does that include?
Includes all of the initial training and all the technical support through TPI, and definitely we are there for you every step of the way.
You are a family-owned business.
Yes, we
and
are.
that's really special.
Yes.
That really makes a difference.
TPI has been in the travel industry for 20 years, and they are family-oriented, and once you're with them, they really want you to be successful, and so they definitely just don't sign you up and then
Throw
say
you out
goodbye.
Forget about it.
No, they really are there for you every step of the way.
That's
It's a
good.
wonderful company.
You know, one of the other great things that you offer too is flexibility.
Yes.
So if our viewers are interested, where can they go to find out more information?
Please visit our website at www.itsmytravelbiz.com.
Great. Teresa, one last question. What does the future of the cruise industry look like for travel agents?
The future is very promising. The industry as a whole has 43 new ships on order through the year 2010. And that equates to 77,000 new beds that we need help filling.
Ladies, this is great. You know, I think the travel industry is perfect for stay-at-home moms. There's a lot of opportunity there, especially with the cruise business booming as it is. Thanks for being here.
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Up next, the construction business is exploding with opportunities for women, and we'll let you know how you can be a part of it. Welcome back. As you can see, I'm wearing a construction hat today because I am in the company of two representatives of the National Association of Women in Construction, and they're here to tell us about the unlimited possibilities available to women in this field. I am also joined once again by my colleague, Danielle Knox. Welcome, Danielle.
Hey, Wendy, thank you for having me.
And my hat goes off to you, ladies.
Thank
We
you
are
very
here
much.
with Tammy Taylor, president of NAWIC, and Ricky Lovejoy, Region 3 director of this wonderful organization, helping and empowering women to achieve success in the construction business.
Yes, ma'am.
Of all businesses, because you usually think of it as a male-dominated field. So tell us more about NAWIC, its mission, and how you're going to get more women involved.
NAWIC was formed in 1953 by 16 women in Fort Worth, Texas, who wanted to have the camaraderie of other women in the industry. Today we have 5,300 members across the United States.
Wow.
And our mission is to enhance the success of women in the construction industry. And we do that by providing leadership opportunities, educational opportunities, and mentoring.
Wonderful.
Now, Ricky, when we talk about the construction industry, we don't only mean that small number of women who are doing heavy labor. We mean a plethora of different careers, right? Tell me about it.
Sure. Yeah, we're talking plumbers, electricians, carpenters, heavy equipment operators, architects, interior designers, engineers, business owners, and support services like receptionists, secretaries, bookkeepers. There's a whole plethora of
So this encompasses the
opportunities.
entire construction industry and
Correct.
all the various skills that could be.
Exactly.
Correct.
And that's what's so interesting is because even though we're having a downturn in our economy right there's still lots of jobs available in construction right now, right?
Construction is huge,
Yeah.
and it's everywhere you go. Something is going to be built, from houses to bridges. It's everywhere. And there's over 1 million jobs that are going to be unfilled in the construction industry in the next 10 years.
Why is
So-
that? People aren't getting skilled training. They're
Well, the baby boomers are getting out, they're retiring, and there is nobody coming in to fill those positions.
You hear that, girlfriends? Good paying jobs. Can you make
Good
much in this
paying.
business, Ricky?
Oh, sure you can.
How much, Ricky? Why don't you tell me?
Well, when I started in the industry about 20 years ago, I started out at $6 an hour as a receptionist, and today I own my own company and am supporting my husband.
Hi, husband.
Yeah, girl. That's
wonderful.
He loves it, right? Sign his check. Now, what types of projects are going on? We know the housing market's in a downturn. What's being built?
There's bridges. We've all heard about the bridges that need to be redesigned and because they're deficient. Las Vegas, the boom is going there with the new casinos going up everywhere. There's condos going up.
Funny, even with the recession, we find time to go to casinos, huh?
Absolutely.
And now with all the worldwide natural disasters happening, there's countries that's having to be rebuilt. So
Entire countries.
And if you get
Exactly.
training here, you can probably take that elsewhere?
You can. There are some things that will be different, but if you get a skilled trade in the construction industry, you can take it anywhere with you and learn the nuances of that area. But you can take it to Australia, you can take it to South Africa, and the skill is still the same.
Okay, ladies, so forget about what you hear about recession. 1 million jobs coming on the market that pay very well. You might even be supporting your husband or finding a husband there. Don't we have men in the construction industry? How can people find out more about NAWIC?
The best way is to go to our website, which is www.nawic.org. That's NAWIC.org. And on that website, we have information about NAWIC, of course, how to join, educational opportunities, mentoring opportunities, job opportunities, and a whole plethora of other information about how to contact a NAWIC member and to find out more about the construction industry as a whole.
Tammy Taylor, Ricky Lovejoy, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank
Good
you,
information. Well, did you like our stories today? If so, tell us. Send us an email to comments@thebalancingact.com. We'll be right back. Hello, I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh with some ways to save money while entertaining your family this summer and spending some quality time with them. Children love picnics, and who doesn't like to eat outdoors? So take your kids to the park, the beach, or some mountains and enjoy a nutritious homemade meal and some recreation rather than going to an expensive restaurant. Hello, welcome back to The Balancing Act. If you're just tuning in, we were just here with two representatives of the National Association of Women in Construction, and they were sharing with us the many opportunities available for women in that field. Well, now let's talk automotive, ladies. I'm here with Diane Allen, Design Manager for Nissan Design America. And when Nissan decided to enter the full-size truck market, yep, the most manly of them all, they thought of the most logical thing, to have a woman design it. And here she is. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Now, tell me, you're a young girl growing up in Southern California. Whatever got you into being an automotive designer?
Well, actually, I was an art student in college and was focused on fine arts. Came across an automotive art display, and it just lit a fire under me. I knew that was my future.
And what is it about the aesthetic of automotive design that really inspires you?
It's the ability to put forms together, this three-dimensional object that has speed and direction, and not only looks good standing still, but looks good going fast.
Right, so your art has to look good still and at 65 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
Now, when Nissan came to you and said they wanted you to design their first full-size truck, were you surprised?
Not really, because I had just wrapped up the program that was the 350Z at the time. And so I was ready for a really different pace, a different challenge.
And you gave it to them. Okay, I want to see this truck. Let's go over there and check it out.
Let's go.
So here it is, Diane, the V8 Titan. So what was it like designing a full-size truck?
Well, it was a difficult task, but we wanted to find that balance between a full-size truck image, but with style, a new sense of proportion and form.
So we don't feel like we're driving our dad's old truck.
Exactly.
Now, you also enlisted the help of some consumer groups for feedback, right?
Yes, we did. We brought in a lot of user groups, and we talked to them how they use their vehicle, but one of the more interesting groups was a group of women. And they were fascinating because they could articulate what was wrong with their product they were driving today, what they needed, what they hoped for, what we should think about.
So what do women ask for? What do they want in a truck?
Well, a lot of the same things men do, but they had a sense of articulate quality about them that they could tell us. And obviously they wanted more room in the back cabin for child seats and groceries and other such items. Of course. But also, surprisingly, what they used the bed for. They wanted something more than the 4 hooks in the back of the bed that up until the Titan, no other vehicle had, right.
So what do they put in the back? What do women put in the back?
You'd be surprised because it'd be everything from what they deliver, their boxes, their cargo for their work, but they're weekend warriors, their bikes, their kayaks, their motorcycles, their jet skis.
Fabulous. I want to see what it feels like to sit in the driver's seat. Well, this is great. Nice and roomy and quite elegant.
Full-size truck proportions with a sense of style and business class amenities.
So I would feel as comfortable pulling up to my kid's soccer game as I would to, say, a valet parker.
Absolutely.
Diane Allen, thanks for being with us today from Nissan. And you can go to nissanusa.com to find out all about Nissan's products, including what, a new mid-size truck coming out this summer? The Frontier. Check it out.
I'm Kathy Peterson, and thank you for joining us today on The Balancing Act. We're here every weekday morning on Lifetime Television. Tomorrow, some useful tips on how to keep your kids busy during the summer months. Also, a closer look into the Share Our Strength organization, which is helping the hungry nationwide. Find out how you can help. See you tomorrow.
Air travel for The Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.